Live.
We must start with the Pledge of Allegiance, probably. You have the agenda, Howie?
I don't have it. Somebody's going to have to cover for me.
I don't have it with me. You want to read it, Sydney? You're on mute, too. Sydney, you all set?
Yep, I was just pulling up the agenda.
It starts with Pledge of Allegiance, I bet.
Okay, can everybody see it all right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we will start with the pledge.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag, United States of
States of
America,
America,
to the republic,
to the
for which
republic
it stands,
for which stands
one nation,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
It's awful because you trying to keep up with it.
Let me see if there's any public comment. There are no attendees online outside of our building committee and our partners.
Howie, do you want a motion to approve the agenda?
Yeah, can we have a, sorry. We have a motion to approve the agenda.
So
Motion.
moved.
Okay, second.
So that was
Okay,
Bob, and then who was the second?
John.
John.
Okay. All in favor, signify aye.
Aye.
All right. Any opposed? Okay. Agenda approved. All right. Item 4, approval of minutes, April 1st, 2026. Everybody should have gotten a copy of the minutes in their email. Any discussion on the minutes?
Make a motion to
Okay.
approve the minutes.
All right. Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the minutes, April 1st, 2026. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Approval of minutes passes. All right. Item 5, memorial renovation expansion. Review phase 3 bid results. I will turn this over to, I'll turn it over to Marnie. You want to take it and then just guide O&G?
I think it's more O&G.
right,
Howard,
good.
then we'll start.
All right. We'll just let O&G take it then.
Okay,
Can I share my screen? I'm gonna try sharing my screen. Perhaps it's this one.
Or just go to Excel, lower left, go on a
Lower.
little further.
Where'd it go? There.
Yeah, and then
All right,
click
well-
share on the bottom.
Hold on.
Nope.
Wait, I want to change it first before I go there. There. Let me go over here. Sorry, I had the wrong file up to start with. Okay. Try it again. Excel.
Yeah.
This one.
And then share on the bottom, in the middle.
Share. But that's only going to share my Excel. Is that going to share my PDF too?
Well,
when I
no,
get there?
no, but you can switch it
Okay.
unless you share the window. You're going to start with just giving them an overview of what took place.
Well, I'm gonna just kind of run through the bids and then see what all this data means. So I was just gonna kind of run down the list so they can get a flavor of the number of bidders and they can kind of see the range as I'm scrolling down.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give them big picture after
Okay.
that, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
All right, so just a reminder, which is why I had forgotten, it's all these alternates. You're going to see a ribbon all the way across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's because we have 17 alternates. So when you actually see these, they'll be on 2 pages. 11 by 17. But I'm just going to kind of scroll down and just talk about where the base bid landed for each of the trade packages. So you can see we got 5 concrete bids ranging from 1.7 to 2.3. We have masonry. Looks like we had 6 bids with that range. And let me know if I'm scrolling too fast.
Hey, I had a quick question. Do you have like your budget for that package anywhere that we can
Yeah,
just do?
that's going to be on the next
Okay.
page.
Perfect.
All right, and because we're only going to be comparing the low bid, I have another sheet that just talks about the low bid. That's when we'll compare it to the budget. All
Okay.
right, so we have 3 steel bids. You can see there was a variation there. Architectural, we just had 2. Pretty close bids. Only 1 bidder for our waterproofing, air barrier, and sealants, but this is a fine contractor. Fire stopping, we had 3 bids. Roofing is not on yet. Aluminum windows, entrances, these are all the metal windows that are on the outside of the building, ranging from Accurate Door. I don't even know how many there are here, but they range from 2.6 up to 4. Acoustical,
We had 10
we had
there.
6 bids.
Yep. 7.
Drywall, we had 7,
Yep.
ranging from 4.6 up to 6.5. Flooring, we had 3. Painting,
Laurel, I have a quick question. When there's a bidder but no base bid.
oh yeah, those are just people I was anticipating from, and I just never took them off.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Or they're just there. I thought they were going to bid. There's 3 for tiling. Saved me from typing in the middle of a bid, that's all. General trades, we had 9 ranging from 1,000,007, tight with the low in the second, all the way up to 3.
Is your screen moving? Mine's not.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's moving for me.
Okay.
I can go slower.
No, it's just not moving at all.
Yeah, it's Bob's. It's
Oh,
nothing you're doing,
okay.
So
Division 10 specialties.
6.
Excuse me. Division 10 specialties. This was the lockers and the bleachers and marker boards and tack boards. This was that actual that was that bid package that we developed for all those items that we didn't need till further on. And we had asked them, don't worry about this alternate pricing. We had asked them to hold their number between 90 days and 6 months in case we couldn't award them right away. So these are the ads with the base bid, if everybody remembers that. So that's 5. So there was like 6 bids for that. Food service equipment, we had 3, and you'll see that I'm not recognizing the low bid because the requirement is a 10% bid bond. They only gave us 5. So I'm pretty sure that's non-responsive, so we can't pick them. Final cleaning, there were 3 bids. Fire protection, which is the sprinkler, 7 bids ranging from 946 up to 1,562,000. Plumbing, we only had 2. HVAC, we had 4 ranging from 13,252,000 up to 15 million. 4. Electrical, A&R Electric was the low bidder. You're going to see that I'm not going to be carrying their number in my analysis. We had 2 other bidders, 6.6 and 6.8. This particular bidder is very low compared to the other 2, and he's a known problem contractor. So we need to vet him, but for our financials presentation tonight, we're what?
Because look at how his number is up on the banner.
Yeah, I know, but I still plugged in on the other side.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I'm carrying J.E. Shea's numbers, and you're going to see that there's a difference here of about, what, 1 million?
Yeah, 1.1.
1 million something. I don't know if he's going to be validated or not. We're going to scope him, but for tonight's conversation, I'm carrying the higher number. Fire alarm, he's 361 there, A&R, and we had 2 other bidders. I am carrying his low number for fire alarm. And last is the site work. And we had 7 bids ranging from 8,000,001 up to 9.5. Then we had a series of combination bids. And there's only one combination bid that ended up saving some more money. We had a combination bid for concrete, general trades, and the Division 10 specialties, but our low bids are lower than that. And you know what? I got to make sure that that's double because of the alternate. Like I didn't check that -47. I don't remember how close this one was. Was this the one that was off by $1,000?
Which one?
There was one that was off by $1,000.
3.10A and 3.10B was.
All right. Anyhow, we'll double check that. All right, so that's WJ Mountford had a combination for concrete, general trades, and Division 10 specialties. We had a combination of drywall and general trades. We had a combination of general trades and Division 10 specialties. I think that's the one that was off by the $1,000. That's why I want to make sure. I don't think any of the alternates that they accept
I
that
don't
they
think
were
the
thinking
alternates
of.
affected those.
Okay. Then we had one combination bid for plumbing and HVAC. That actually saved quite a bit of money. When you look at Ferguson was BG was low.
We saved 17,000 from BG's number to the combination, the total. The
Let me
total
just
for
go back up.
BG, the BG total for those two independently
Yep.
was $17,000 more than Ferguson's combination bid for those two packages.
Okay, so BG Mechanical on the just the individual bids was the low bidder for both. But then when Ferguson, he had, what was his total? This 3.9.
So BG's total for those two was 16,934,385.
Mm-hmm.
Ferguson's was 16,917.
Yeah,
So
but
it was 17,385.
yeah, but his two
Oh, he was
regular bids.
17,844.
17,844, and he gave a combination bid for
Right, there was $927,000.
right there 16,917, which is a savings
there-
of nine. Go ahead.
There are no alternates in any of the bids that are part of the combo, right?
No,
Yes.
his particular
Okay.
one that I punched in was this. There was a voluntary alternate number 17
Okay.
for a variation of the control system for the HVAC to go to a Honeywell manufacturer.
Mhm.
So there is that credit there.
Okay.
All right. So that is the result of the actual. Oh, sorry, there was another one. General trades and site work. We had a general trades and site work bid, but all the base bids other than HVAC and plumbing were lower than the combos. So it was a little complicated when we were reading them. All right, so that is the actual bid results as we've received them. And again, we still got to vet these numbers, double check them to the proposals because we were reading, and these are my numbers, so we got to double, triple check all the numbers. Then when we go to the contract award, so I have this sheet that this feeds in from the other bid detail sheet. So this is bringing over our low bidders with their numbers. Now we're still bidding the roofing. So we're putting in here an estimated value. And you're going to note that I'm saying it's budgeted, not estimated. Because if everybody remembers, which I don't know if I'll be able to share it or not. Will I be able to share a PDF?
Yeah, well, I can run through that.
Okay,
Like,
go
let me
ahead.
Just say verbally.
Yeah,
So
explain.
yeah, so essentially when we did the estimate in January of 2026, which was the estimate that we needed
For the PCR.
for the PCR, the project was 1,228,878 over budget. But what we were factoring at that time was that the deduct alternates were going to be a value of 296,346, bringing it to a $932,532 budget overage at the time that we were going to PCR. So what Laurel did here was the values that are in column B, those are essentially the trade package budgets that get us to being on
On
budget
budget.
and not being over. So
Right.
it's forced math to get to a result to give you a benchmark of how we get there. But
Right.
we're
So I plugged in numbers so that I would know where we were with our budget, not necessarily comparing it to our original estimate. I just wanted to see how far over we were with our budget values. So our budget value is 57,417,927. And when I take just the base bids, and there's CM allowances for things that we're going to need, temporary fuel consumption and things that I would have missed. So these are things that you would typically see in a GMP. We have a overage of 58 million,
Well, a total of 58.
total 58,368,472, which is an overage of 950,545. Then, as we were going through, we had these saving alternates to help us. They were deduct alternates to try to get us back. Those are the ones that Dave was mentioning, the deduct alternates. So we had alternate number 2, which was to change this to stamped and colored concrete to its regular concrete. The rest are add alternates, so I'm going to skip right over them. We had number 5, which was the front entrance canopies 3 and 4. So those are the 2 side canopies. The main entrance is still there. And then the third deduct alternate that we had, although I forgot about the countertops too, there's another 44 grand that could be thought about to go from solid surface to PLAM. And then we have the that voluntary alternate for Honeywell, which the low combination Ferguson offered a credit of 172,000. So if I take the value of the 172, I didn't even factor in the 44. And you don't, this is what our discussion is tonight. 2, 5, and 7 are the ones I just mentioned. Now we're at about $540,852. And that is still including our estimate for the roofing because it's still bidding. So this is still an unknown as far as what it's going to cost. And what I would say about these alternates is you don't necessarily have to finally accept them now, but maybe hold them in abeyance for the next 3 months until we get through or 2 months, whatever, till we get past all the bidding of the roofing, all of our scope reviews, and we can have the contractors hold these numbers for now. And then, because none of this work needs to happen right away. It's something that can wait 2 or 3 months.
We could even issue them a contract and
Tell them to
execute
hold
them.
these, hold these credits
Right.
for 2 months or whatever it is, just to get past all the bidding. If that's what you wanted to do, I'm not sure what the building committee wants to do. So right now we're showing a 950,000 overage, and with those 3 accepted alternates, it's about 500,000.
Yeah, so I think that's a good idea. I think we're pretty close here. The mechanical number, that's a Ferguson's combination number you're using,
Mhm.
16.
Yeah,
Yep. And
Yeah.
that's our largest overage.
yeah.
Yeah, there's room there. So, yeah, I mean, we have a Cadillac MEP, which obviously we'd like to get. But I think what we probably should do is go ahead and get the contracts in place, but start discussions of value engineering with them.
Well, yeah.
And
ahead.
then once we get the roofing number, we'll be positioned pretty good after that.
Yeah, and here's where I just want to remind that I'm carrying the higher electrical number.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that. This is a pretty straightforward job. I don't, well, I apologize. I don't know was it A&R Electric?
Yes, yep.
I don't know them. I know the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
And
John,
Shea is a good outfit. I don't, Shea's fine.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with them. T&T's fine. Ferguson is Ferguson, but I don't know these folks. So what's the issue? This is not a difficult job.
No, but so John, we've had experience with them. We've just had issues with them and their ability to actually execute the work as it needs to be done. Some manpower.
It's a very outfit.
Yeah, they're a very small outfit. The paperwork issues, getting submittals, just
Okay.
we
Are they non-union then? Non-union outfit?
they are non-union. Yep.
Okay.
They're just like I said, it's a red flag when their name comes up, and it's an even bigger red flag when they're whatever that is, 27% lower than
Yeah.
the next bidder. It's just it's and especially when you've got two known entities of Ferguson and Shea within
Yeah.
a fraction of a percent of each other. I mean, they saw something in the documents. Now, granted, those are both over our estimate, but they're close. So they saw something similar. A&R, did not. So our first thing is we're gonna bring Shea in,
Right.
because we want to know what they saw so that we're better equipped when we're talking with A&R. But like I said, what we also get sometimes is just a yes to death.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we need
Yeah.
to make the right decision for the project
And
and
I'm
not put us at risk.
I'm gonna scroll across because the electrician owes us all kinds of alternate pricing. So in the case of, there's only three, I should have sorted this better, but Ferguson, J.E. Shea, and there's A&R. So if we start to scroll across, I'll stay right here. So Ferguson didn't see that. J.E. Shea saw some kind of credit by not having to do the canopies. And you're gonna see these two, this is A&R, like he didn't, these are at alternates, grant you, but he didn't think he owned the scope, which is a little more concerning because some aspects of this scope of work might be in his base bid. So when he's saying 0 for all these alternates, makes you wonder what's in his base bid. So again, these are the two numbers of Ferguson, and here's A&R here. So he saw something with the lightning protection,
Same thing.
but he never saw anything with the BDA or anything to do with the audio visual, audio enhancement. Like he didn't think that he owned any of that. So, I mean, it could be a simple thing that he's missing scope too.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, there's several red flags there. So I think it would be misleading for us to portray that as a number we want to use at this point.
Now, another idea that we had when we were first talking was the whole reason of making this the separate bid package was to not necessarily award it now if that's what we wanted to do. And it's up to you guys if you want to. There's an add of $20,000 for him to hold it beyond the 90 days. But that's also a stopgap for now if people were nervous about where we're sitting.
Okay, and then how about the wall panels? I had some concerns. You bid that with the window package, I think.
The insulated wall panels are with
Yeah.
the window package, but we did strip away the fascia pieces up at the top. All the
Yeah, I
soffit.
wonder. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm wondering if we shouldn't bid that with the roof.
Yeah, that is going with the roof. I have already made that adjustment.
Okay.
So these guys do not have what's up at the roof level.
Okay.
Right. And
Gotcha.
and the difference, yeah, and just in
This
full,
is
full-
another
right.
problem child.
in full disclosure, there's a $230,000 spread between our low bidder and the second bidder, and our low bidder is also one that has been incredibly problematic. I mean, to the point where we don't invite them. We purposely don't.
Yeah.
We don't solicit bids from them, but they bid to us.
I think aren't they low bidder on both Norwich
Yeah.
jobs that just bid?
Yeah, we just bid 2 jobs in Norwich, and they were low on both. And like I said, essentially every project that we have tried to do with them, it ends in a problem. So
But for now, I am carrying the
Yeah.
number.
yeah,
I will. I'll say I mean, they're typically our low glass and glazing contractor for public work. Right? They don't. Same thing. We don't invite them to our private work where we can control the bid list. But I've gotten through some projects with them that were in the $5 to $8 million range. I mean, you do have to drag them across the finish line,
Mhm.
but they are. I don't disagree with you that they're a challenge.
I think pretty much every project we've done with them, we've opened the building with probably more temporary glazing than permanent glazing and doors. is pretty much how it works with them.
Yeah, it's just,
So-
it, to the end of the job just drags.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to, listen, we don't want
Yeah.
a bad contractor on the job. But
Mhm.
that division there is, we got to do some digging there. There's money in there. There's money in the HVAC. There's a tiny bit in electrical. So we need to sort that out. For me, I think you pick the right contractors, get them on board, get the VE going. Let's see where the roof number comes. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be lower, and we might end up just where we want to be.
All right, so don't even worry about any alternates right now. Just go with base bid.
I wouldn't worry about the alternates right now. Because there's
Is
something
there-
there, like, I know Eric probably hasn't decided on the controls which way he wants to go. We should be able, as a committee, give him that decision, you know what I mean? And for us to do that tonight would not be fair for him. I still think there's good numbers out there once we get the roofing in, and if we do a little VE in here, I think we could get what Eric wants, what maybe Rusty wants, and the committee wants.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're in a big rush to
Are
decide
there-
all these alternates. My
Thank you.
opinion.
Are there any alternates that would sway the selection of a contractor? Are there?
I
know,
only
are there
did,
some
I
al-
only did an analysis with the credits. I didn't do anything with the ads. I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna entertain any ads. Should we just go through them all just to make sure we're not gonna be considering any ads?
I think we should, in case there's something that somebody that is highly desirable. We should just see who the bidder is on that one, because obviously you don't want to issue a bid package to somebody that's not the low bid if we do add an alternate. And I guess my other question is, obviously, on these projects, how often do you end up going into VE with the packages? Is that a fairly common occurrence?
It's a fairly common occurrence, and the just between the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical, there's a lot of money in that. There's what, $23 million. We can find some savings just in those three scopes, and it would be something that you probably won't even notice because it's the mechanical and electrical aspects of it.
Right.
So, you know,
I agree.
I think this will impact you less if we were to save some monies on those three bid. Plumbing, you really can't do much about because
Change
it's not like you have
loyalty.
high-end fixtures. It's mostly the HVAC and the electrical.
Yeah, if you take
And-
those two,
and with-
20, that's almost $20 million exactly
Mm.
in those two.
What-
What our low bid, our the bids we're proposing,
Mhm.
it's $20 million worth of work. So
Yeah.
you get, can we get
500,000? I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
Question for you. Can you, and wondering how legally you can do this, right? Ferguson got just underneath B&G by
Mhm.
doing a combined package.
Yeah.
One, is there a risk that BG is actually low on both packages and they were not aware that we'd entertain a combined package?
No,
And
so what
they-
happened there,
road
Greg,
work.
is they submitted a combination package, but they submitted it at 205.
Yeah.
We can't accept it. They were
Who
like,
did?
Yeah.
Who did?
B&G, B&G.
BG.
But they got their base number in.
They got
Yeah.
the base number, but the base number is not low.
So how did that happen?
Well,
They-
who knows? And it happened both with our email and Kim's email address. We both received it late.
Yeah.
So we couldn't read
And
it.
it's not like it's it was 5 minutes late. So I don't, there's,
Well, that's
Yeah.
up to you. That's
we
yeah.
we
I mean,
can't, we by statute, we cannot accept their bid.
Right.
Yeah. What's
And-
what's the latest on the state best and final?
There is no
Because
state best and final.
Yeah, there is no
No
bid.
more.
set.
It
You-
is public rip and read. You
Yep.
get the lowest
Lowest
responsible.
qualified responsible bidder.
No negotiation allowed.
Okay.
We can negotiate with them now and get the value
Yeah.
of a change written into their contract, but they have to be awarded at the base bid, and then a change order will be issued after the fact for a deduct. I mean, we want to try to get the credit now before we give them a contract, and then we'll write the value of the credit right onto their contract, but it'll be executed by change order afterwards. You have to award at the bid amount.
Yep. Gotcha.
And you
Okay.
only have leverage now before they get a contract.
Yep.
So
And
do you,
obviously,
I,
I'm
again,
sorry, go
I
ahead,
just,
Eric.
I'm sorry,
No,
I just.
go
Let me
ahead,
just
John.
finish, because, yeah, so I think, I wish we were a little bit under, but I don't think it's terrible. Again, I think we're close enough. If we do a little VE, I think the roofs is gonna come in a little bit less than the number we have there. So I think we're very, very close. So I think I would be in favor of it, just let notifying the low bid and working those details out, but let them know we're looking at some VE, and let's see where the roof comes in. If we can buy some stuff and maybe not take some negative credits, that probably is the best option.
All right, so again, I did want to just quickly go through all the alternates to make sure you're giving up on these ads, right? So alternate number 1, north parking lot, $755,000. You want it?
No,
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, so,
Okay, so alternate number 2 is a credit. It doesn't sound like that's a desirable thing. It's chump change for credit. Going from change,
well, we're figuring it, it's in our, well,
no, I'm
Okay.
I'm holding the 950
Okay.
right now.
what is it,
Keep the stamp
30,000?
colored concrete for me. Find 38,000, please.
What? Say it again? Darren,
Ye-
sorry. Is that you, Darren?
Yes, please keep the stamped colorized concrete.
Yeah.
38,000. Find it for me,
Oh,
please.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's a
so
no.
that's a no.
yeah,
All right,
Okay.
alternate number 3, Playscape rubber surfacing. You want it for 710,000?
No,
Now,
What-
let me take a step back, because he had extremely high alternates. So if you were trying to want one of these, that may change who your low bidder is. So we should be cognizant of that.
well, yeah, I mean, 700 is not a good number. I don't know
No.
where he came up with that. That's ridiculous.
Well, let's go back to see what other people said. Because he did, the numbers were all over the place. So I mean, let's look here, since it's the site stuff. So
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
now,
it's
I
not-
mean, see how much he's 500,000 over. You're never going to gain that back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Well, you
but
might-
the
What
job
about
is
the
in work.
rubber with the
Yeah,
place
it's where-
surface?
well, if you look
No,
at,
the 200 is in the right. It's 225 is the right number. It's not
well,
720.
Laurel, if you go
Are you sure
across-
that 7 is not a 2?
725? I
I
don't know.
can't-
Kim, do you still have
That's
yours?
not. That's ridiculous. I've never heard of a number that high.
Well, I'd have to go.
While you guys talk.
Yeah, she'll look while I talk.
Well,
I just
do
know
me a
he
favor.
was way high.
Do you have it? Can you just on that?
Who is
on
that? Is
row-
that La
on row
Rosa?
227,
La Rosa, yeah.
row 228?
Yeah, he understands. I bet that's a 2, not a 7.
Do
How much
me
you
a
want
favor.
that?
What?
On all three of the 227, 228, and 229? Would you do me a favor? and
27, 228, 220.
row,
Oh, these rows, yeah.
these rows, could
Yeah.
you do a total of bid plus, if we accept every alternate and just see where they end up, just for
Sure.
ha-has?
So let me scroll all the way back here. Go all the way across.
And just, let's review what that looks like. No, don't go there, it's gonna be a circular reference. Did you go to column S? You can't go to T.
Oops,
Yeah,
you're right. Shoot. Sorry, guys.
no pressure, Laurel.
Go all the way over here. All right, so right to here.
I found the bid. It is 710. It's typed out 710. I can share
Yeah.
the screen, but
Hold
yeah.
on, let me
Okay.
just see what the rest of them are.
No, they messed that up for sure, because that's.
All right,
There you go.
you get a different bidder. Who do we get? Who is it?
Well, again, at 200,000, is that something I mean, it would be nice to have for
Yes,
sure,
please.
but I don't know if we're gonna get there, but 200
But,
and
but the problem is the problem
300.
to get there, you need to spend another 1 point something $million.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's not.
You don't
Yeah.
have that. You don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, but
Okay,
can't you just award off the base, and then if we think it's wrong, talk about it afterwards as a change order?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Well, I think that's one of those things, Greg, that, while we have them in the scope review, I think we just, let's hammer them down and
Yeah.
see if we can get, how do we have a path?
Especially when you say that everybody else is in the
Yeah,
200.
and honestly, that's something I think that I would go to him with, even as we tee him up for a scope review. I mean, he saw the results. I'd say, listen, your alternates are way off.
Yeah,
And he could possibly realize that if we take the alternates, he's out of an $8 million job. He doesn't know where we are, you know?
yeah.
So we could certainly talk to him and figure out what his methodology is.
Marty wanted to say something.
Yeah, so I just want to let the committee know that these numbers haven't been plugged into the project budget yet. So, I mean, clearly, once ONG sends me the numbers, I'll plug them in. But I want the committee to understand that the delta that ONG is showing between the estimate or budget and the bids is just for the subcontractor total. So right now, if I plug these numbers in and then you add all of the percentages on, you add fee on, you add CM contingency on, I'm tracking 1.4, almost 1.5 million over budget.
No,
So
Marty,
it-
I backed it out. This is the number that I'm showing the committee for our budget. This keeps us on budget. The 76 million with the owner soft costs. I backed everything. I produced a trade budget based on being on budget. So the overage is just the pure overage right now.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah, exactly. So I just want the committee to know that I'm just concerned that some decisions will be made on alternates when the committee doesn't have the full impact of really where we are over budget at this time.
Yeah, I just plugged in the 9945 from our last estimate, so I don't know if the owner's costs have changed, but this is showing us on. And based on this number, this 557, 417, 927, that's what I'm using to do my spreadsheet here.
Dave,
I was trying to get these numbers before tonight's meeting to avoid this, but until I can actually get a copy of your numbers, I really can't comment on where we are in the budget.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fair. We just, these are all, these numbers are, if it was paper, the ink would still be wet.
All right, so anyhow, let me just finish with the alternates, just so we can go through the exercise. Going to that interior courtyard, again, it's probably high, but you don't want to entertain it now.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Taking out the front entrance canopies, I don't know how near and dear those are.
How much what's the,
It's estimated, again, this is an estimated value because quite a bit of it has to do with the roofing, which we don't have that bid on. So this is just an estimate right now that it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of minus 199,000. And again, we don't need to decide right now because we don't need to do it.
Right.
And then these are the equipment screens. I don't know how important those are. Those are quite a bit of money.
I don't want to.
I don't want the equipment screens.
And then these are the parts and pieces of the indoor and outdoor, the walk-off grill thingies. Those are like 100,000 each.
Yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of those, but
Yeah, I defer to Eric on that.
I'd put water hogs
Yeah,
down.
we'll get some nice mats.
They're
Okay.
way cheaper and they're easy to replace, easier and less expensive to replace.
Alter number 10 was to go from solid surface countertops to laminate for savings of about $44,000.
That's what
Yeah, I
we
mean-
have. Go ahead. Yeah, that's standard. I mean,
You want it?
yeah.
Okay.
You want what?
You.
You
No,
want
I mean,
laminate?
I'm laminate. Laminate.
Yeah,
Laminate is what
laminate's
we
fine.
have. So it is.
Yeah, so
It's not-
you want this credit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know if that mattered. We only had 2 bids.
Yeah.
I don't think it mattered. Let me just
It's not gonna sway the bid.
It gets Darren stamp concrete.
Oh, actually, wait a minute, because they were pretty
Bingo.
close.
hold on, let's go look.
Yeah,
These
I
two were
would
close.
I would say, let's think about that because laminate, we've had so many problems with laminate countertops.
He's offering you a bigger credit.
No, listen, Rusty, I agree. It's better material, but I got news for you. Just about every school I manage has laminate and they last long enough.
Is there an issue with having all the sinks in all the classrooms in the laminate? Will the water damage the laminate more than the solid surface?
Yeah.
Well, over time, but
We have sinks in every single room.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if we can afford it, again, I think these smaller ones will, once we get the roofing number in, we're gonna have ability to look at that. You know, these are
Yeah.
the ones we can put back in, you know. The smaller numbers we could probably put back in. I think there's enough in the MEP if we shake the trees on that to get a lot of these smaller ones, the stamped concrete, the solid surface, all that stuff.
I mean,
Where
those are
where
the
does everybody stand with the canopy?
Again,
I
it's nice to have out in front. I think it's a great looking thing, but again, I think as with all of these, if we can't afford it, we can't afford it. But if we can, then we'll talk about it.
Well, this would be a deduct. This would be to eliminate them. Right now you have them
Yeah.
all. You have all of the canopies.
So
No,
the
I know.
canopies wouldn't knock us down to $300,000 over, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I personally, and so I think this is important. We want to try to get to 500,000, but we can possibly shake that out of the MEP. I think we should prioritize what these alternates we want are obviously, Darren's weighed in on the stamped concrete. I think the canopies are a huge feature. I also think it's additional weather protection. I think there's some value to the canopies. Plus architecturally, we've stripped a lot away. I want to keep something in.
Yeah, I agree with that. It'd be really nice. I'd like to keep them unless we absolutely have to make the button, make the numbers work.
Okay, so right now they're in, and that would be to take them out. We talked about the screens, we talked about the foot grills, we talked about the laminate. And then this is conferencing technology, and I don't know what the actual scope is for this, and I don't know if Carson can provide what exactly this is for. These alternates. I mean, the lightning protection is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, so the conferencing technology is pretty much for a Zoom room type setup at the platform, which was a request of the Board of Ed essentially at that point in order to have that. So then you can have kind of building committee, Board of Ed meetings within the space, and it's all integrated within the overall space. I think where we landed in the alternate discussion was provided, let's see what a price is. And if it gets accepted, great. If not, we don't need to worry about it at this point.
It's something that can be added later without impact, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Is that fully reimbursable, Carson?
If it was integrated into this project, we could justify it as part of the academic program if needed. But again, if someone wanted to look into it, ask about it from a programming standpoint at the state level, there's a potential it could not be. It just really depends on how it's kind of crafted and identified.
Could Dave and Carson, as the project gets close to the end, could this be added on based on where we are with contingencies, or does it have to be kind of decided relatively soon?
If it's rough and related, I would think that some components of that may become more costly as we make it harder for them to install the infrastructure.
Correct.
Okay.
So just for context, from the way we kind of crafted this, we looked at building off of the existing systems that we're introducing into the platform area. So there is going to be infrastructure in there already. But to David's point, yes, there's probably is some junction box work and everything like that that would need to be done to accommodate some of these other components that we're requesting as part of this alternate that would benefit and probably be more cost effective if it was included up front rather than trying to add it later on down the road. But it's something that can always be added to the space if needed in the future as funds become available.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, lightning protection. Then there's this bi-directional amplification system, which that is something that does not get done until towards the end of the job. And I think the idea here is just to kind of see what it was worth.
Okay.
Yep. Just to know the value there. Yep.
So it's okay to not be trying to award it now. This is a projector and screen in the gym.
Yep.
And then I don't know what the audio enhancement system is. I know it's something for the classrooms.
Yeah, so this was in the classroom. It's essentially, I believe we ended up treating it as a added cost to have it be an integrated system within each of the classrooms. That's what we initially had base contract, and then as we went through some of the value management exercises during documentation, we stripped this down, and we're going to have to look at a furniture-based solution to meet the ADA requirements for providing kind of audio enhancement systems within the classroom. But this is more of depending where we came in from a numbers standpoint. I think it was a nice to have if we can have it, but we can definitely work with a more cost-effective solution.
For alternate 14, why are lines 22 and 26 different?
22,
In the
22.
total. In the total.
Oh, sorry, I have to go up.
There's
Who else
something
is
about-
involved? Looks like that might be the general trades. Who is that? Architectural casework. Oh, you know why? Because he screwed up. No, this guy, he gave us the bids for, he's the one that gave us the bids for the architectural casework and the millwork, the millwork and the general trades and the Division 10 specialties. And he had the same alternates on every bid. So that does not belong. Good question. Good question there.
So while
That's
I'm
why.
unmuted, I also want to support the canopies and the solid countertops. I think those are important as well.
Okay, so right now everything is in and it sounds like it's going to stay in.
So, yeah, I think.
Well, let me
We're-
just get through the last
okay.
one. Sorry. So close to the end.
Go ahead,
All right, so we're there. Roofing we don't have yet. And then the last one is this voluntary alternate to go to a different DDC system for Honeywell, which could save you $172,000. That's the last alternate.
So to John's point on that, I mean, we want to standardize systems like we have a specific system else everywhere else. So there's a cost associated with that long term. It wouldn't fall under this project, but if we wanted to convert our systems to what they are now, there's a long-term cost to that as well. So yes, it's nice to get the deduct for the Honeywell system, but it doesn't do anything for standardizing systems, current systems. Just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
So I think that really there's the approach that we should be looking at is I don't think there are any alternates that will single-handedly change who our low bidder is.
Well,
right?
the site ones are, the site ones, yes.
Perhaps the site ones,
Yeah.
right? But I think that generally, I think as we need to keep the project going
Yeah,
with the idea of opening before school,
right.
we need to start scoping people. and
Just
we-
on base bid.
And we need to start scoping them on base bid and then discuss where they are with their alternates, especially if there are large variances between their alternate pricing and the people that are surrounding them, and see, what there are for either misunderstandings or things like that. But I don't.
All right, so yeah, we'll proceed as if we're not going to be pursuing any of the alternates, not even the ads. Everybody's in agreeing that we're not trying to do the ads right now?
We can't. We can't. I mean, we're technically
Yeah.
over. I don't
Okay.
think we can.
Yeah, there's
So-
no reason right now to do
All right,
it.
so every conversation I'm gonna have, every scope review, I'm gonna see what cost savings there is. I don't care what bid package it is. I'll
Right.
ask.
Right, and then I think where like in the specific example of site work, where the site contractor saw something different almost with every alternate, it's how do we try to get some controls with them? That way, when we inevitably award to him, or if we award to him, we have alternates that maybe are palatable, rather than, like why they figured 700,000 when everyone else figured a
Right,
third of that cost.
right.
Yeah, because that area is still going to be graded.
Yeah, it'll be graded and then there'll be wood chips
Yeah.
put in, but
It's still going to be graded. That's still part of
No,
the grading
I think
plan.
that's numbers not right. But don't let them sort that all out with those guys. People make mistakes on bids all the time, so I'm sure that's one.
All right.
Well, yeah, he's not gonna be able to change his alternate price and we award it to him. It'll have to be done by change order ad afterward.
Right, we would just
Right.
reject the alternate and then it would.
Or
Yes.
just not accept
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that is, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So we
Great.
got a lot of work to do. And, you know, I'll be reporting. So I don't know if you guys need to meet tomorrow night. You don't need to meet tomorrow night, right?
Doesn't sound like it.
I don't think that there's really next to no new information that we will have tomorrow night, you know? Right, what's your plan? When are
My
you
plan is
starting?
to start scheduling scope review meetings. So we'll be doing scopes all next week. I need to be prepared for April 22nd to make a recommendation of like 11 different trade contractors. I don't even know how many there are. But the direction I needed is to go, which way was the building committee leaning with accepting or not accepting some of these alternates so that it doesn't change who our low bidders are. That's the only thing I was worried about.
Laurel, can you just skim through the deduct alternates again?
Sure. Do you want to see you want to see the column, the whole column, or just the bottom line?
Just
This
the
one?
bottom line is fine. So
Okay.
that is in the bid right now.
Yes,
What else is in the bid as a deep?
right here, your canopies 3 and 4 are in the bid.
Great. Okay.
Okay,
The next thing that's in the bid is solid surface countertops.
great.
And the last thing that's in the bid is whoever our baseline HVAC DDC controls are, whoever you have, that's in the rest of the district.
So it sounds like those are all things that are important to us that we do want to keep.
Yes, we're keeping those in the base bid. Good.
Yeah, and then right now we're not considering any ad alternates.
Correct.
Because we're over, and we won't consider any of them unless we find money somewhere else.
Right.
Right.
So to be clear, leaving those alternates in, we're roughly 1.5 over budget.
No, you're 950 right now.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, 950 over budget. Okay.
950, and the caveat is the roofing is still bidding, so we don't know
Right.
where this is. This could be wherever it lands, don't know. And I'm carrying a higher electrician to the 5, whatever the heck our A&R was. So I have the higher number here. So those are the things that are influencing where we are for 950.
Okay.
What is your strategy with working with the electrician? You're going to be reaching out to the second low bidder, evaluating what they bid on, and then going back to the low bidder?
Yeah, it's going to be the same conversation that we did when we had the abatement and demolition, which is you bring in a higher bidder, they tell you all the things that they've carried, and then we make sure that our low bidder has those same things. It'll be the same kind of exercise.
And what about the HVAC? That was one of the biggest variations. Are you going to drill down with the bidders on
HVAC?
Well, yeah,
I was going to ask that too, Darren. So the Ferguson combo bid, I know there's no negotiating, but B&G's bid, can they sharpen their pencil on both of those? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Even though the combo bid is from Ferguson is right.
The combo bid from Ferguson is lower.
By like 17 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just contract them and then we work on VE with those guys.
Yeah.
From
we'll
a
ask them.
curiosity standpoint, what was BG's combined number?
I don't know. We didn't open it. I mean, I
Oh,
could
didn't-
go look.
Yeah, well, it'll probably just annoy us.
Do you really want to know?
I mean, do you want-
really
No,
wanna
I don't think
wanna
I
know?
did.
No.
You
I
know,
do.
like,
I do too.
Hell yeah.
I got
Open it up.
I
Come
got a
on.
question. I got a question
Right there,
for
right
Dave.
there. Should I click it?
Click it. Come on.
Okay.
It's 205. It's not, we can look at it now, I suppose. Right, 205, unfortunately. Where is it? Where's
Those
the
are
bid?
tough.
Oh, there it is.
205. I would have given them. I
No,
would have.
Yeah.
You can't.
You're not.
can't-
I mean,
You can't
I've gone
manipulate
through
a bid in 4 minutes.
It's Central Time.
Come on.
yeah, you can't do that.
you can't do it. You can't accept it. If you want to know what could have been, this is what could have been.
All right, give us the number.
He was, okay, so Ferguson is 16,917.
Yeah.
So it's $30,000 lower than Ferguson, 35,000.
16,917.
Oh, maybe. Well,
Dave, I have a quick question for you on the VE. On the VE, how do we incentivize the contractor to VE? Is there a cost share? Is there a
No,
savings
it's just-
share, or
honestly,
is it?
I mean, no, I mean, it's really, it's really just trying to start a partnership and exchanging
Okay.
ideas. So it's
I
Okay.
come at them from a different angle. I say we're over budget. If you want the job to go forward, we need to come up with some ideas to present to the owner because we have to be on budget. So I kind of
Okay.
put them in a box saying, we're over budget. You need to help us get there. We don't have a job right now.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
send us
And then
money.
you just agree on a price on the a change order. Yeah, this is what this will be, and you come up with it and you agree on it through a change order process.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would write it into their contract, especially Ferguson.
They'll
Okay.
they'll know, Ferguson or any of the contractors, they'll know what parts and pieces are expensive. They'll
Right.
know that. Because when we put bids together, we're like, we'll know, oh man, this is worth, we could do it a little bit. You know that when you're bidding it, electrically, it's copper
Yeah.
feeders versus aluminum, that kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff that can be picked up right away.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing. All right, so so again, we don't need to meet tomorrow night, right? No reason? I don't think.
Correct.
All right, so we'll see you on the 22nd, and my goal is to have letters for people to sign.
So just recapping, the strategy for getting under budget is to work with the low bid contractors and figure out where we can VE
Yes,
VE
as we're doing it.
$950,000 out.
We're gonna do as much as we can. We'll get as many ideas as we can. We'll present them to you so that you can make your decision. But in the meantime, you're gonna have to be willing to pull the trigger on the 22nd to award at the base bid amount. Everybody's gotta have a base bid amount for their contract. And then I'll have as much cost savings information as I can available for that night with where we're at.
yeah, but we'll have the roofing numbered by then, right?
No.
When's that due?
Right now it's due May 7th, but I need to delay it an entire month from the minute I get the addendum out. So it's a month from when we issue the addendum.
Month?
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole long story that's what we're being advised to do is come up with the updated documents and allow them a
Full
month to
month.
bid.
That's what the attorney suggested,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so we need that bid to
Great.
go out ASAP. We need to
Notice
get
the
that bid out
attorneys.
ASAP. It's gonna be a dangling Chad until that time. So
All right,
Okay.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, have a good night.
All right, thanks.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
job, Laurel.
Thanks,
Thank
Laurel.
you.
Thanks,
thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
Dave.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Bye.
Before everybody goes, we still have public comment and adjournment.
Oh,
Just in
sorry.
case.
Oh,
Just want
yeah.
to make sure we go through the agenda. I
All
still
right,
don't
what-
see any public online, so just motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.